Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is making a decision. It's likely related to where you live. This could be as simple as I've decided to move 5 blocks away. Sorry, I'm cooking. Or it could be as simple as I'm changing jobs, but I feel like there is a change in terms of where you are, what you're doing, who you're interacting with, that puts you in a spot where you're able to do the job that you want, get paid better money. But more importantly, I feel like this move that is more associated with your career or your goals puts you in the right place to meet somebody that you want to meet. And there's somebody who I feel like they're asking whether or not you're single, asking whether or not you're dating. This is a question meant to get at whether or not you're looking for a long-term relationship. So serendipity, being in the right place at the right time, seems to be a pretty big theme. Let's call on spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Oh, just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Happy Friday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you have a great set of plans for your weekend. Hello, Third Eye. How are you doing? If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. The email address is in the description box below, but it's wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. And I also recently added memberships for those of you who would like to enjoy the additional readings. I've got additional live streams, additional pre-recorded readings, as well as shorts. Hello there. How's that going, Jess? There's got to be, right? Just like primary colors, I feel like. All right, let's dive in. We're going to start with the Marigold Tarot. Wait, I did that. Yeah, okay. Sorry, guys. It's been a long day, obviously. I don't normally do lives at 8 o'clock at night, but had to get my third live stream in for the day. And I will also have a new reading for the members out later tonight. So we've got Page of Swords, Four of Rings, or the Four of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So it looks to me like we've got information that is changing someone's life. They're able to let go of certain things and like grasp others. So it could be that you have a change in your career. It could be that you're letting go of, I really liked this spot. I like being here for certain reasons, but I'm going to take a chance and do something different. It does kind of feel like there's, advantages and disadvantages that you're exploring, and you're making the decision to take a chance. There's this offer. I don't entirely know what it's going to include, but there's a lot of excitement around what possibilities, because we did have that globe card, which does say possibilities on it. So it feels like the world is your oyster. Hello, Andy. How are you doing? Nah, there's more than that. Come on. Hello, Deborah. How are you doing? Hello, Matt. Hello, Tim. How are you doing? I hope you all are having a good day. So we've got Empress in the reverse, the Two of Swords in the reverse, and the Ten of Rings, or the Ten of Pentacles. So there's an opportunity that represents a lot of abundance for you. But first, I think you've already made this decision, but some of you may be on the cusp of it. You have to at first acknowledge that where you currently are is not going to support the kind of growth or change that you want. So some of you may feel like it's a little bit claustrophobic where you currently are or where you have recently been, either work or living situation related. Some of you may want to get away from an ex. Some of you maybe you have a really bad boss. You don't want to work for that person anymore. But there's an acknowledgement here that I could do better if I was over there, or if I just wasn't here, And I think you're right. Seven of Cups, the Fool in the reverse, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. You have a lot of choices, and there may be some hesitation in terms of actually making the decision because you want to make sure that you're not seeing something that isn't really there. You don't want to, accept a job offer and then find out it's nothing like what they told you or that you make different money. So I do think you're being very diligent. I want to get all the details. I want to get all the facts. I'll make a pros and cons list. I'll think it through, and then I'll go with whatever makes it, whatever makes the most sense. Yeah, right? Oh, no, I'm usually awake at this time. Come on. So we've got the King of Wands and the Magician and the Lovers. Wow. So powerful. I'm excited for you. There's a confidence that has either come back to life or has increased or maybe even been found for the first time for some of you. But I feel like there's a confidence in your ability to make the decisions that are right for you. There's a confidence in terms of, I feel there's something better out here for me or something bigger that I'm meant to accomplish. Maybe you just don't really feel very fulfilled by your current role, or maybe you feel like you've spent enough of your time where you currently are. But this major decision is one that I feel adds to that confidence or adds to that sense of if I want something, I go after it. It's not cocky. It's like the good kind of confidence. This is the situations deck. What else do we have? Well, if it's the truth, then haven't you already answered the question? We've got focus, eyes for you, fascinated, watching, wish, hope, praying, yearning, and children, young, childhood, and playful. So what I see is you choose to make this change. You move elsewhere, you get a different job, you're around different people, and there's somebody who is quite taken with you. So you may not have met this person yet. You may be about to meet them. You may have just randomly, like maybe you were in line for the same coffee shop. But this person is like, okay, it's like the cartoons. I don't know. I would imagine they still have these or new cartoons still kind of do something like it. But I think it was like, Auga, where like the eyes pop out of the head and they're just like, and then like the tongue rolls down. Obviously, that is very indicative of a physical attraction to you. But there's also this playful card. There's an element of like a personality. Maybe they heard you laugh. Maybe they heard you tell a joke and it was funny. But there's this excitement over seeing you, meeting you, all of that, right? What else? What else do we need to know?